What's up, everyone? And today we're talking about football again. This is the Lions Den podcast.
Yeah, I'm Owen.
I'm Jackson.
And I'm Kayin.
And I hope you guys enjoy the podcast.
Welcome back, everyone, to Lions Den Pod. And, I'm Jackson, and today we're going to be going over my playoff bracket. So I'm just going to go by each game, each wild card game, until we eventually get to the Super Bowl, and we'll see who wins. This is my prediction. So for the first wild card game, we have Packers versus Eagles. I think it isn't even going to be close. Eagles are going to win this one, probably by 20 or 30. I just think their team's just so talented, I don't think it's going to be close at all. And we have Buccaneers versus Washington. I think that Washington I don't think they have enough star power. I don't think Jay Nails is good enough to be able to take their team to the divisional round nor the Super Bowl. So I think it's going to be an easy win for the Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield, who's really experienced. He's a seasoned vet. He's a playoff. He hasn't been very successful in the playoffs, but I think he'll be able to win this first round. And then for the next final wildcard round of the NFC, we have Vikings versus Rams. I think the Vikings are going to win this one. I think they're really a 1 or 2 seed, and I just feel like Rams don't have a lot of star power as they used to. They're injury riddled. I don't think they're going to go to win this one over a really talented Vikings team who's going to try and get back because of the Lions beat down. Then on the AFC side, we have the Broncos versus Bills. I think this isn't going to be close. I think the Bills are going to win this one by quite a lot. I just think Bo Nix doesn't have the experience or the skill level to be able to beat such a talented Josh Allen. And I just don't think the Bills are going to win this one by a lot. Then we have the Steelers versus the Ravens. I think Ravens win this one. I think it's a little bit of a rivalry matchup. But I think the Ravens are just easily one of the most talented teams in the NFL. Even Lamar Jackson and King Henry. I just don't think it's going to be close whatsoever. And then for the final AFC wildcard game, we have the LA Chargers versus the Houston Texans. I think Texans are going to win this one. I think C.J. Stroud, he's been having a rough year. Looks like a lot of his confidence is gone, but I think he's going to gain it back. Easy win of this game against the Chargers. I think Jim Harbaugh doesn't have enough experience in the playoffs, although he did take his team to the Super Bowl. I think he still needs more time to develop with this team and try and get everything in sync. All right, so for the NFC divisional game, the first round is going to be the Lions versus Bucks. I think the Lions win this one by 30, no explanation needed. And then the next round will be Eagles versus the Vikings. I think Eagles are going to win this one again. I think the Eagles are just so talented with Saquon Barkley. I just think no one's been able to stop them the entire year. And I doubt the Vikings are going to be able to stop them when they let Jimmy get and just rush for 4 touchdowns. And then on the other side, on the AFC, we have the Houston Texans versus the Kansas City Chiefs. And I think Kansas City's going to win this one, honestly. Patrick Mahomes is just so clutch, and I think they always find a way to win these big games. Then we have Bills versus Ravens. I think Ravens win this one. I just think Lamar Jackson and King Henry are so talented. That's such a talented offense and a well-rounded defense. I think they'll win this one pretty convincingly and won't be close. Then for the NFC Championship, we have the Lions versus Eagles. I think Lions win this one probably 30 or 40. I don't think it's close at all. I think the Lions are just so talented and amazing that they can't lose to a team. Then we have Ravens versus Chiefs. I think the Ravens win this one. I think even though Lamar Jackson and King Henry are just so good, I think that Patrick Mahomes isn't going to be able to win this one. I just think his offense just doesn't have enough weapons on the offense, and I think the Ravens are going to be able to shut them down quickly. So in the Super Bowl, I have the Ravens versus Lions. Lions win this one by probably 30 or 40. Biggest blowout in the Super Bowl history. And, pretty self-explanatory. Lions are just an amazing football team with Dan Campbell. And, yeah, that's my playoff bracket.
Eagles versus Green Bay. I think the Eagles will win. They're a better team. Washington Commanders, Buccaneers. I think the Buccaneers will win. The Rams and the Vikings. I think the Rams will win. They're a better team in my opinion. The Broncos and the Bills. I think the Bills will win. Steelers, Ravens, definitely Steelers. Chargers, Texans. I think the Chargers. Yeah, definitely the Chargers.
Hey, this is my playoff bracket. So first we have Eagles, Packers. I think it's going to be Eagles. Packers are a great team. They have a great record, but I think the Eagles win because the Packers haven't been able to perform in when they play high teams. And then we have Bucks versus Commanders. Baker Mayfield has been going off lately. They almost beat the Chiefs. Arguably, was the coin toss in overtime? Was it staged or something? We don't really know, but I think Baker Mayfield has been at a whole other level this season. And Mike Evans tying records of like most 1,000 games with 1,000 receiving yards. I think it's gonna be Bucks. And then we have Rams versus Vikings. Vikings are a two. They should be a 2 seed. Honestly, I think they're almost as good as the Eagles, but they're not quite to the Eagles level yet. It's just because they didn't win the division. They're so low of a seed. So I got Vikings winning by a lot. And then we have on the AFC side we have Broncos versus Bills. I think the Broncos are gonna start out really strong, score like a 50-yard touchdown to start the game, and then we're gonna go into the Bills. The Bills I think are just gonna be like, no, not again, and then they're just gonna all the way, just take that win. And then we have Steelers versus Ravens. It's a divisional matchup, so they've already played each other twice. They know each other. Some of these players, like Lamar Jackson, have played the Steelers at least like 10 times. So he knows what it's like to play the Steelers. So I'm going to go Ravens. And then we have Chargers Texans. I think this could be a blowout to either side. It really depends on what C.J. Stroud shows and what Justin Herbert shows. But I mean, Harbaugh hasn't been in the NFL in so long, coaching the NFL in so long. And I think college versus NFL is so different. So I'm going to have to take the Texans. So then back to the NFC. For the second round, we have Vikings versus Lions. We've seen it twice already. Lions win, not even close. At Ford Field, we've seen the matchup already. Even though it's divisional, doesn't even matter. And for the last NFC matchup in the divisional round, we have Buccaneers versus Eagles. I'm taking Eagles here. I don't think the O-line can hold up the Eagles' rushing defense. So, yeah. And then in the AFC, we have Chiefs versus Texans. I'm going to have to take Texans. Chiefs. Chiefs are a great team. I mean, we've seen that they can't lose in the playoffs. And we have Bills versus Ravens. I think Josh Allen and the Bills are the best team in the NFL just because the Chiefs get cheesed out by the refs every year. I think the Bills win. And then for the NFC, we have Lions, Eagles. I have a hot take here. I don't even think the Eagles are going to show up. It's going to be at Ford Field. Eagles are going to be shaking on their boots. Going to be like, you know what, we're going to lose. Why embarrass ourselves? We're not even going to show up. So Lions get basically a bye week going into the Super Bowl. And then the AFC, the winner of the AFC is going to be Chiefs, Bills, and I think it's going to be Bills. Again, they've already beat the Chiefs. They are a better team than the Chiefs, so they shouldn't really lose. But we do know about that playoff curse, so, And then we have Bills-Lions matchup. We've seen this played before this season. A lot of people are taking Bills if this is the matchup, but I'm going to have to take Lions by, I'm going to say 10. That's my playoff bracket.
Welcome back, everyone. We will have our third topic of the day. We're going to do award winners. So we're just going to break down all of our award winners from NFL. We're going to have MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, and Defensive Player of the Year. We're just going to speed run it.
But first, let's just say thank you to the BEF.
Thank you to the BEF.
Without the BEF, I feel like we wouldn't be able to be where we are right now with our podcasting, be able to be so popular on YouTube.
Yeah.
MC Engage.
Wouldn't have any of the equipment, so a big shout out to BEF.
Yeah, for real.
So we're going to start off with the first round. We're going to go with MVP. I'm just going to go and call out Kayin. Who's your MVP for the 2025 NFL?
Definitely Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
He's one of the best quarterbacks of all time.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's a strong
That's a
take.
bold take, Kayin. Bold take.
Over Tom.
Yeah,
Tom Brady?
best of all time.
Best of all time.
Over Tom Brady?
No.
Oh, second.
Oh, so second best.
Yeah.
Second best. All right, I mean Lamar, he's one of the most talented quarterbacks in the NFL.
Yes.
For my MVP, I'm gonna take Jared Goff. I think he's been outstanding the entire game.
Yeah.
Nothing to say.
Yeah, I mean his QBR every day, every game. It's great.
He's outstanding.
I really want it to be Saquon. I'm a huge Saquon fan, but it's gonna be Josh Allen. I think he's having an unreal season. A lot of people look at his rushing touchdowns. I feel like he kind of cheeses his rushing touchdowns because he just does QB sneaks at the 1 yard line.
Yeah.
So it's a little cheese, but he's getting the touchdowns.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and then we're gonna do offensive player of the year. So, Kayin, who's your offensive player of the year?
Again, Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson. You think he's gonna come home with 2 awards?
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, okay.
Dang,
Lamar Jackson, offensive player of the year. My offensive player of the year is not Jamar Chase. Jameer Gibbs, the best running back in the NFL right now. I mean, he's outstanding.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take Saquon.
Saquon.
He's beating records. He almost beat records. If he would have played Week 18, he would have had that rushing.
What have that rushing record?
But again, it's the guy who would have passed only played 16 games.
Yeah,
So it was fair.
Eric Dixon don't want to play 16 games.
Unselfish.
Okay, so we're gonna do our defensive player of the year. My personal defense. Sorry, my fault, Kayin. You're up. Who's your defensive player of the year?
Miles Garrett.
Myles Garrett.
Great edge rusher.
Great edge
Won
rusher.
last year.
Yeah.
Might win again.
Pretty
Amazing
outstanding.
rusher.
Mine's gonna be Curry Joseph. I mean, nothing more said. 9 interceptions. I think I'll say
Yes.
10 interceptions in one NFL regular season. I mean, he's
That's-
outstanding. Nothing more to be said. And the fact that he's not even a candidate is just, I think, wrong,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah, and I got Patrick Surtain.
Patrick Surtain.
Yeah.
He's about outstanding. One of the best quarterbacks in the NFL.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna end this segment off with Rookie of the Year. We're gonna have Kayin. Who do you use your Rookie of the Year?
Definitely Jaden. He has a lot under his belt.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
Yes.
talented.
Yeah,
very
he's
talented.
really
One of the
talented.
best rookies of all time.
Yes.
And then, my Rookie of the Year, I mean, nothing said. Brock Bowers, the best tight end in the NFL right now.
Yeah.
112 receptions, 1,194 receiving yards. I mean, that's got to be up there for some of the most. And, just for a tight end regular season, that's easily the best tight end in the NFL right now.
Yeah, and I'm with Guy here. I'm gonna have to take Jaden Daniels. He led his team to the playoffs. So did Bo Nix, but Bo Nix isn't on the level of Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
Bo Nix is 40 at this point, and he's a rookie.
Yeah.
He's so old, and then we have Daniels. I mean, who would you rather face, Bo Nix or Jaden Daniels? I would rather face Bo Nix. So that means Jaden Daniels is a better quarterback. So I'm gonna take Jaden Daniels.
And that's all we have for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm Jackson.
Again, thank you to the BER.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm Jackson.
I'm Owen, and that's Kayin.
And that's Kayin.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys next time.